I want to say thank you, America. Thank you, American people. I'm a Korean immigrant that came to America in 1976 with my mom and dad. Thank you to my mom and dad bring me to America. I started with a paper boy working at the restaurant and saved the money, put that money down payment for the buy dry cleaner. I had a dry cleaner for 20 years. Then I sold the shopping plaza and I retired early 40s. Without being come to America, never made it this kind of dream come true. I want to say happy birthday to America, 249 years old, and I'm still learning English. I still have a thick accent, but it doesn't bother me. This is a learning opportunity for all the immigrants. Thank you, America. Thank you, Americans. I love you all.
Alright, I'm gonna put it out there. I love America, I really do. Especially because my family immigrated from Belarus and we still have a lot of family back there. We love America. We love the opportunities that it has given us, the freedom that it gives us. We're very grateful to this country.
Being the child of immigrants, I'm a second-generation American. That means that I was born here, but my parents immigrated here before they had me. My parents both came here from India back in 1980, and they built this life. The reason why they came here was to give my sister and I a shot at a better life, because the opportunities in India were just not as great as they were here in America. In America, they came here because they could go from zero to being self-made millionaires with hard work and a little bit of luck. Because my parents left India to come here to live and pursue the American dream, my sister and I have the opportunities that we have today, and we're able to be successful because of that.
It took me years before I can become a US citizen. I think it's 10 years after you come as a refugee, and I came here legally. I wasn't crossing the border, and I did not take anything for granted. We went through the process legally, and then this country will give you the opportunity to live a better life. And I know a lot of people, they said they come here looking for a better life, but if you come here to look for a better life, you have to respect the law of this country. If you want this country or transplant your ideologies, your flags, and I don't mind people putting the flag, but don't change what is so good about this country.
I'm an immigrant, a legal immigrant to the United States of America, and I'm very proud of it. Yes, I stand against what's been happening at our border. That is unacceptable. As a legal immigrant, I went through the whole process, and it took years for me to get my documents in order. It took me a lot of money, a lot of stress, and a lot of hard work. And that's how it should be. The United States has no obligation whatsoever to help anyone from any other countries, especially now when its own people are suffering. If you want to migrate to the United States, do it the right way. Plan accordingly, save money, work hard, and do it the legal way. The doors are always going to be open for you. If you're a good citizen, a hard-working person, you're going to have the best opportunities of your life here. But if you're not, you are not welcome here.
Why would anyone want to become a US citizen right now? I posted a video about taking my oath and getting my citizenship yesterday, and there are a lot of people wondering why I did this. I come from Turkey, a country where our president has been in office over 20 years. It's interesting to see comments like this because it seems like the ones who have a strong passport like Europe or Ireland are the ones who are saying this. I'm not going to say that everything that is going on in the United States is perfect, but as an immigrant holding a green card, I don't get the same securities. Having US citizenship secures my safety here. I live in the US and I've built a life here. It's a country that I feel free in, a country where despite some bad things, I was given the opportunity to do the same job in my home country, but actually make a living. In Turkey, I once had a superior tell me that I would not be getting the same pay rate as a man in my same position simply because he had a family and I was a single woman. Also, when traveling on a Turkish passport, there are a lot of hurdles to jump through. For example, getting a UK visa is almost $700 for a 2-year visa and takes weeks with no guarantee of approval. I just got my US passport and applied for my UK ETA. Guess what? Got it back in 2 minutes. That is a huge privilege. So I really don't want to hear anyone else saying, why would you become a US citizen? Especially if they're holding a passport to another country that gives them a huge amount of privilege. There are people passing away every day to come to the United States fleeing their home countries. So why did I want to become a US citizen? Freedom. privilege, and the ability to travel as freely as possible.
Here are two main reasons why I love America so much and why I decided to study here and stay here. So the first reason is the First Amendment, and the second reason is the 19th Amendment. Freedom of speech, women's rights. We don't have that. It's non-existent. If you try to say or criticize our politics, put your 2 cents in about our president, nobody's gonna find you. Nobody's gonna find your family members. You're gonna disappear because it happened already in the past. Now, when it comes to the 19th Amendment, which is women's rights, let me tell you about the driver's license. Do you know that if you're a woman, you have close to 0 chances of getting a driver's license? That's how our system is set up, just because you're a woman. These 2 amendments is what made me consider coming to America. Not the economy, not the American dream. I studied politics here and still studying to get my degree, but we are very lucky here to have these rights.
In honor of the 4th of July, get ready with me as I talk about all the things I love about living in America as an Indian immigrant. For some context, I moved to America about 8 years ago when I was 22. I had just graduated college in India, I got my civil engineering degree back there, and I'd moved here for my master's, also in civil engineering. I moved to Austin, Texas, and that's where I currently live. I went to the University of Texas for my master's program, and that's where I realized that America just provides a platform where you can interact with a multitude of nationalities and cultures and just be able to learn from a lot of different people. I also quickly realized that society here was a lot less judgmental than what I was used to back home in India. It's one of the biggest reasons that I would never consider moving back. And lastly, I'm sure you've heard the cliche that America is the land of opportunity, but I truly believe this to be true. I would have never imagined that as a brown immigrant girl, I would be the founding partner at a consulting firm in the construction industry, but here we are. I'm so grateful for my life here.